Here we are in sunny Victoria, and today we're going to be talking about this, the Volkswagen Amarok Life. Now the Amarok Life sits second in the rung of 5 variants of Amaroks here in Australia. It's priced from $56,990 before on-road costs. So today we're going to have a look at everything to do with the Volkswagen Amarok Life, and while we're there we're going to take it for a quick spin and find out just how good value this car really is. But before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to Chasing Cars.
Chasing Cars, honest reviews of your next car. Brought to you by
Budget Direct.
Before we take a look inside Amarok Life, it's worth pointing out the key features that would be perfect for a tradesperson or commercial worker. As standard, the Life comes fitted with a 3,500 towing capacity, plenty to pull a trailer full of tools and equipment. The rear tray, meanwhile, can hold a payload of up to 988 kilograms and has just under 1,000 litres of total storage space. There are 6 tie-down points inside the tray, as well as LED lighting, perfect for that late afternoon pack down from the work site. The only downside for those wanting to use this ute for work is the lack of a spray-in bed liner that would be a necessity if you don't want the entire tray scratched to pieces. Let's now take a look inside Volkswagen's new ute. Inside the Amarok Life, things are a little bit on the basic side. However, it's exactly what you would expect from a more commercial focused product. There are a lot of hard, scratchy plastics, but it's clear this interior has certainly been built to last out on the job site or within the fleet. The manual adjusted seats are comfortable and supportive, and the steering wheel is wrapped in leather, as is the gear selector. Standard technologies in the cabin include a 10-inch center touchscreen, which runs wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, while an 8-inch digital instrument cluster is also standard, and is easy to use and clear to read. Wireless phone charging has also been installed on this Life variant. A 6-speaker sound system is also standard, and doesn't sound too bad to these ears. In the rear, there's not a lot to highlight, with the rear occupants missing a set of rear air vents. The only real downside here in the interior space is the lack of keyless start. For $56,990 before on-road costs, I more than expected the car to at least go without the basic turnkey start system. But what do you guys think about the inside of the Amarok Life? Leave your comments down below.
So what's this Volkswagen Amarok Life actually like to drive? Well, it's the most car-like feeling dual cab I have ever experienced. That is a big claim to make, but let me tell you, it's the truth. And why is that? Well, the way the car rides and handles and how comfortable it is and how comfortable the seats are, it's a really polished product, and Volkswagen has obviously spent a lot of time making this as good a car as it possibly can be. Under the bonnet is a 2-litre bi-turbo diesel engine that puts out 154 kilowatts of power and 500 Newton meters of torque. And that is plenty. You might think, well, Zach, you should go and get the V6. Try the V6 engine. But really, this is adequate for 9/10 of the times that you're actually out on the road. Do you need the 184 kilowatts? I don't think you do. This car is very capable. Now the engine is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and while it's pretty good most of the times, it does sort of hunt around for gears all the time. Probably because it's got 10 ratios. It's a bit confused, it's a little bit unrefined. But in terms of steering and seating position, it's just so car-like. I can't get over that fact. It's just incredibly car-like in nature, and through these winding roads, it's really impressive. Now you still get in here, even though it is the second from the bottom in the Amarok family, you still get a 10-inch display, an 8-inch instrument cluster, you get a wireless charging, you got wireless ports here at the front. It's all happening in the Amarok Life. And it makes me think, do you need the Style or the Panamericana? Do you really need those cars? Now this car is $56,990 before on-road costs. So it's still expensive, but I think it offers a lot for that money. And off-road, it's just as impressive. It's got plenty of articulation, it's got plenty of grip. Even on highway tires today, it was so grippy and it just did the job with ease. It was so impressive. All in all, I think the Volkswagen Amarok Life is an excellent practical package. If you're a tradie or a commercial worker and you want something that's going to be good for off-road, on-road, and really practical just in general, this is an excellent option that I 100% stand behind. And let's not forget, it's safe too, and it does gain some safety kit over the core range, which is just below it. such as rear cross traffic alert and blind spot monitoring. So you've got all the safety there as well as part of this package. And even at highway speeds, you find out that this car doesn't have those rear axle jitters that a lot of dual cabs have. This is really settled and grounded, and that's impressive. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about this car and whether you go for this car over something like a Ford Ranger or a Toyota Hilux. So what are my opinions on the Volkswagen Amarok Life? Well, let me tell you, this ute is pretty good value. Even though it's $56,990 before on-road costs, I think it's pretty good and a real sweet spot here in the Amarok range. Amaroks can get very expensive, especially up in the Panamericana and Aventura grades, but I think this is the real sweet spot and the one I would go for because it's perfect for tradies, but you can have fun on the weekend and really have a good time. But I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe to Chasing Cars.